Hi guys, and welcome back to our FIFA 18 Rebuilding Sunderland Career Mode. Now today, it's going to be a bit of a weird one really. We've got plenty of important games, but I have been speaking to a couple of you guys on Instagram, and we were just talking about how we're going to carry on with this season and stuff like that, because if you look at the league, we are running away with it a little bit. We've got a game in hand over Spurs, and we're 10 points clear, and in all fairness, we don't really look like losing at the minute in the league, and that's not me being big-headed. The team is just playing really, really well as of right now. So until it gets a bit closer, what I'm basically going to do is simulate league games. Unless they're incredibly important, say we come up against Spurs or Chelsea, then yes, I'll play the game. But I am going to simulate them up until that point. So there's only a 2 or 3 point gap between us, if that does happen anyway. Because we do still have some very important cup games. So today we do have Inter Milan in the second leg in the round of 16 of the Champions League, and then we have the quarter-final against Spurs in the FA Cup. This will be the third time we've come up against Spurs in as many seasons, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. But yeah, we do have Spurs. They're a little bit of our rivals in this series, as they did knock us out in that semi-final of the FA Cup last year, or the year before. I can't remember, I'm just talking rubbish now. So then we have Leicester in the league, which we'll probably simulate, and there's plenty of games that we could potentially simulate. Like I say, City could be an interesting one. I would actually like to play them, because the last couple of times we've played them, they've been using the reserve team, and that's why they've been so poor this season in terms of where they are in the league. But anyway, let's get straight into it, and we'll go into that Liverpool game, and we will simulate this one. And I am using what we could call our sort of reserve team, because the Inter Milan game is only a few days away, and I don't want to risk anything to our first team players. And we draw 1-1, and Ndong gets sent off. So it's not the worst of results, but I would have preferred Ndong not to get sent off. And the board are congratulating us on having a great youth programme, which is really good. We at the club are thrilled with the progress our youth academy has been having. We are hoping to grow players in our youth academy and give them playing time with the first team, and you have accomplished it. We take great pride in the development of our youth academy. Keep up the good work. Thank you ever so much. So yeah, they're appreciating that we have been sending scouts here, there and everywhere, and we do have players developing at the minute. These are the ones I'm concentrating on. We've obviously got a Soro back now, so I've been concentrating on him as well. Azevedo, Godin, Enriquez and Menezes, the centre-back. We've been concentrating on them mainly. But now we do go into this game at the Stadium of Milan. I think we're 2-0 up on aggregate as of right now against Inter Milan in this very, very important Champions League game. So let's hope we don't mess this one up. So to the Stadium of Milan we go. And here we are, guys. Don't you just love it when the Stadium of Milan is like that, when the fans have all the cards up? It looks awesome. But here we are. It's one of the biggest games the Stadium of Light will ever see in terms of importance. It's a second leg. There's still massive, massive teams in this competition. Bayern Munich, PSG, United, Barcelona, Real Madrid and all them. They're still in this competition. And here is our starting lineup. We've gone with Courtois in goal, Arnold, Swansea, Bartra and Shaw across the back, Jan and Villa, Van Ginkel and Winks in the midfield. Martial on the left, Musonda on the right, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top. Now for Inter Milan, probably a couple of players in there that I might not be able to pronounce as usual, but they do have Handanovic in goal, Blind, Murillo, Armino, and Leque, Perisic, Kondogbia, Brozovic, Adama, João, Mario, and Dumbaya up top as well. Going to be a really tough game. It's a big ask, but we shall see if we can progress through to the quarter-final in the Champions League. Now, Inter do have a free kick in a good position to get it in, but we do clear it away, but only into our own box. Come on, get it out, get it out. Oh dear. Now Martial can break away after it being thrown to him by Courtois. Here is Martial, comes inside neatly. Can he get it towards the back post? We do like doing that one, and it's been headed away. Oh, and now Adama has broke down this left-hand side. He's got it towards the back post, and well played by Arnold. This has been the main threat from Inter so far. They're just whipping balls into the box for the fun of it. But now they are coming through the centre. Get it away, it's Adama! It's a great save from Courtois, making himself big there. This is nicely done. It falls for Ronaldo, and it's an absolute beauty. An absolute beauty from Cristiano Ronaldo. He does it again. Really, really patient build-up just knocking the ball around. We couldn't find any gaps in defence. We give it to Ronaldo. He's got his back to goal, turns perfectly, and just powers it into that top corner. And Villa into Ronaldo. He turns and just smashes it in. 1-0. And there goes half-time whistle, guys. Decent performance, very even. If anything, Inter Milan have probably been the better of the sides. But we have managed to get ourselves in front. So let's get into the second half and hopefully continue this performance. Oh, they've broke away now with Adama, who has pace to burn. And Twanzo is trying to catch up with him. And he does excellently well to try and put him off. But Courtois had to make the save. And Van Ginkel wins in a very, very good position. Still Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel with the effort. And he's hit the post. He's got one hell of a strike on him. Marco Van Ginkel. Armino now. Looking dangerous. It'd only be consolation surely at this point. But we do manage to get it away. And can we break with Shaw out wide to Masonda? Can he get it across to Winks? He can. This is lovely stuff from the lads. Give it over to Ronaldo. Surely Ronaldo. Can he finish? He can. And that is what you call the perfect counter-attack. And that has definitely sealed our fate going into the quarter-final of the Champions League. What a move that was. What a breakaway. It's pretty much what we've had to deal with most of this game. Just be patient. Wait for Inter to make the mistake. And now we've capitalised on their mistakes. It's 2-0. 2 minutes added on. And they keep leaving Martial with acres of space on this side here. Can he come inside? He can. Anthony Martial. And that is an absolute beauty. And that is 3-0, guys. And that is what Martial can do if you give him that much room. Milan have just been... Well, sorry, Inter Milan have been piling plays forward for the last 15-20 minutes. And they can't leave someone like Martial with that much room. What a finish. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. We have done it. We have made it to the quarter-final of the Champions League. And it's only going to get harder from here, as we did see the amount of incredible teams that are still in this competition. But it's a challenge I'm looking forward to. And now, guys, we do take on Spurs in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. Can we make it to the semis for the third year in a row and hopefully progress past that stage? It's going to be tough. Like I keep on saying, Spurs are pretty much our rivals in this series. I mean, Newcastle, you can just go away, mate. Because with Spurs, we got knocked out in the semi-final of the FA Cup, and then we struggled to beat them in the league twice, I think. I think we didn't beat them from about 3 times of asking. We eventually did, but we've still got that hurt there from the time we got knocked out of the semi-final. I think that was in our first season when we were still in the Championship, and it was absolutely devastating. So let's hope we can get a bit of revenge and knock them out of the FA Cup this time. And here we are, guys, at Wembley. It is a big one, like we keep on saying. And again, we don't have much luck at Wembley. Hopefully that changes today. We know that Spurs do have a very, very good side. And we'll be checking their lineup in just a second. We have had to go with a little bit of a reserve team because the Inter Milan game was very, very close to this one. So hopefully that isn't going to go against us in this game. But here is the Spurs lineup. They are going with Lloris in goal, Serge Aurier as the right back, Sanchez and Malo in the middle, Gaia as left back. He's probably one of my favourite left backs in the game, just saying. And Nzonzi and Guy in the middle, Son on the left, Bellarabi on the right, Ericsson and Kane up top, Ericsson as the cam, of course. And now for our lineup, we do have Courtois in goal, Dominic Iorfa, Upamecano, Foyth and Henry across the back, Harrison on the right, Vieira and Koke in the middle, Calvert-Lewin on the left, Enriquez is the cam with Andre Gray up top. And we are off. Come on, lads. Go on, Gray. Wrestle into it. It is Gray. It's still Gray. And it's been blocked. Gray putting Sanchez under a little bit of pressure there. It's been whipped in anyway toward Calvert-Lewin with the header. And it's ballooned over the bar. It's a strong start from us. Well in, and again, getting to him. Oh, he's managed to cut through his hair. Get it away. Well played. Oh, it's still got the ball with Ericsson, who can hit it from distance. Thank God it's gone just wide. Spurs really starting to play now. This is nicely done now. It is Lewin. Put it back in for Gray. He tries to find Lewin again. Surely it is. It's 1-0. It's beautifully worked. Lewin and Gray linking up perfectly. And he's just placed it into that bottom right-hand corner. Excellent move. Again, it's patient build-up. Gray to Lewin. And he's just tapped it past Lloris. 1-0. Oh no, and they have broke with Son, and he's immediately equalised straight from kick-off. You can't give Son that much room, because he can be absolutely lethal. As we've just seen, Kane back into Son, and he's just smashed it first time into the roof of the net. And it's 1-1. Now here's Vieira to chase it. Oh, he's won the ball back, it's still Vieira, and it's 2-1. There was players all over the place from the previous corner. And Vieira has just nicked the ball off the defender, who was a little bit too casual on the ball there. The ball was overhit, and what on earth was Sanchez doing? Vieira nicks it off him and just puts it into that bottom left-hand corner, past the oncoming Lloris, and we're back in the lead. What a game. Now we do get Gray in behind. Comes inside neatly. You just find Enriquez, and it's 3-1. This is just getting ridiculous now. This is supposed to be a reserve team, guys. They've been absolutely fantastic. And there is Enriquez, who has become a real hero in this squad. He has been for the last couple of seasons now. 3-1. They're really losing the ball in daft position, Spurs, and it's really unlike them. It's becoming quite simple. But now here is... I can't believe this. It's 4-1. 35 minutes in, and it is 4-1. This is an absolute demolition of this Spurs team. What has happened to them since the last time we played them? Well, saying that, the first 15 minutes they seemed absolutely fantastic. Just as good as we were, but they've just absolutely collapsed. It's 4-1, guys. And there goes half-time whistle, guys. What a performance, but more so Spurs. What on earth has happened to their team? They're just losing it. It honestly feels like a playing against amateur for the last 20 minutes. They just couldn't keep hold of the ball, constantly giving the ball away, and they did really put it on a plate for us, considering the first 15 minutes they seemed really, really difficult. But it's 4-1, and it looks like they've given us this game, and the second half begins. Now here is Gray in behind again. Oh, and he's been took out surely by Sanchez, who has had an absolute nightmare today. He lost the ball for Vieira's goal, and I was give away a penalty. But we don't have a great record with penalties. Will we put it away? It is great to take it. Will he score it? Andre Gray. And he does. And it is 5-1 now, guys. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I really can't. Could this be the highest scoring win of the series? I'm not sure what the highest scoring win actually was. It might have been a 5-0 or something like that. I can't remember, so we could possibly, potentially beat the record here. That's what I'm going to go for anyway. Oh dear, no, get it away. It's 5-2. That switch again. And then all of a sudden, they've got another one back. Dembele onto Eriksen. His initial effort was blocked by Foyth. It's come straight back to him. And he's buried it into the top corner. It's 5-2. Wow. It's a nice play now for Lewin. Trying to get it onto Enriquez. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's 6-2. Straight after their goal. We've gone and got ourselves another one. This is just ridiculous. In fact, we were talking about the highest scoring game before. I'm pretty sure I haven't even scored 4 in a game. Possibly 4 at an absolute push. But 6, definitely not. It's 6-2, guys. And will this be the last kick of the game? It will. And what a game, guys. 6-2. Goals galore at Wembley. And we are through to the semi-final. And here are the other results. It looks like United have won the Manchester Derby 2-1, Brighton have beaten Norwich 1-0, and Everton have beaten Bournemouth 2-1 as well. So there's still United, Everton and Brighton in the FA Cup. Now, next up we do have Leicester City. It's another game we are going to simulate. We've used our full strength squad for this game. Hopefully they can get another 3 points. We win 1-0, and Ronaldo seems to have picked up a knock, though I'm hoping that isn't too serious, or that could be a massive blow. 7 days, that's all it is. Thank God. I don't think I'm going to simulate games with Ronaldo involved anymore. So guys, in the next game we do have Spurs. It's another one we are going to simulate. I know a lot of you guys aren't fans of simulating, but if there's any chance of making this Premier League a little bit more exciting, it will be this, even though we are still winning through simulating, which is something we don't normally do. But we have won 2-0, Ronaldo and Masonda getting on the score sheet as well. And we have received a transfer offer, which is quite odd, for Lyndon Gooch, 5.4 million, which is actually a really, really good offer for Gucci. He is worth 4.3 million. I will just accept that as it is. And Gooch can go to Leeds next season. And this will be another one that we're simulating against Swansea. Can we get the win? Finishes 3-1. Arnold, Musonda and Martial on the score sheet. And Gooch has officially been sold to Leeds there. There is the confirmation. And now, guys, I am going to play Manchester City. It is away from home at the Etihad. And if we look now, I've just noticed in the league, they are now 6th. So they've had a hell of a climb. It's as if they've just noticed that they have decent players on the bench, because they have been sitting around 17th, 16th in the league all season long. And now they've all of a sudden jumped to 6th. So they've had a real surge in form. So this could be quite an interesting game. So let's get to it. And it looks like they are playing their normal players with Gabriel Jesus warming up. It should be interesting, like I say, to see who they're actually playing now. All season long, or at least every time I've seen them play or played against them, they've used a reserve string squad every single game, and it is a glitch that has been happening in FIFA for years now. Every now and then, as you progress through career mode, you'll see teams that are just using reserve team players, but it looks like they've got back to their normal ways now. There's a few decent players I can see knocking around there. There's Hummels, Martinez. So let's see their lineup. And they have got Edison in goal. They have Walker, Denayer, Martinez, Hummels and De Bock across the back. De Bruyne, Delph and Fernandinho in the middle, with Coyote and Jesus up top. Jesus. I can never pronounce that. It's Jesus. It's Jesus, alright? Anyway, we've got Courtois in goal, Eor for Upamecano, Foyth and Walker-Peters across the back, Harrison, Vieira and Dong and Lewin in midfield, Enriquez as the cam with Gray up top. Pretty much the exact same team that we used against Spurs, because I have just noticed that we have drawn AC Milan in the quarter-final of the Champions League, which is coming in just 2 or 3 days after this game, which will probably be the next episode. Good ball for Ndong. He gets it to Enriquez, who tries to get Gray in behind. Martinez, he doesn't have the pace, Martinez. He tries to get it for Enriquez, and Denayer takes it just off his toes. He just swung at fresh air there. And again, well played. He gets it to Lewin. Knocks it out for Enriquez with the effort. It's a good save. Thinks it back across goal. No one's there. Oh, and it's a good chance there for City, which Courtois has easily gathered. And he's managed to find himself with acres of space. Now Lewin. But here is Kyle Walker trying to catch up with him. He gets it across goal. It's cleared away. As far as Vieira, who has an effort. Straight to Edison. Here is Lewin now. Gets it in. It's a very good ball for Enriquez. And it's gone wide. What a save that was in the end from Edison. It looked like it was just going to trickle over the line. Corner's in, headed. It's another good save. But now we are left with a gaping hole since Upamecano decided to go upfield. And now here is De Bock. He's got loads of space and time. Finds his man and he's hit it. It's been blocked. Still De Bruyne. Blocked again by Upamecano, the beast that he is. And it's half time. They did have us under a lot of pressure towards the back end, as you saw there, of that first half. But we probably should be 1 or 2-0 up by now. City holding the ground. Here's Harrison straight from kickoff. Hummels can't keep up with him. He tries to find his man across goal. Surely it's 1-0. Simple as you like. Harrison just cuts through that defence like there was nobody there. Hummels just doesn't have that pace to keep up with him. And there's Gray in the middle to tap it in from close range. Look at Hummels. He's way too slow. And Gray taps it in. It's 1-0. Well in Upamecano again. He's such a beast. And again Upamecano. Give it him back, son. Let him have it. Oh, the skills. And he wins as a free kick as well. He's such a good player, Upamecano. Dinked in. It's a poor ball, really. Here's Vieira. Back out for Harrison. Dinks it in towards the back post. And there is Enriquez. And what a save again from Edison, who's had a fantastic game for City. De Bruyne to take the free kick. He struck it. Way wide. And City have just brought Dele Alli on, guys. He must have had a really good January transfer window to make them come up the league this much. But now here is Enriquez. He's through. Can he finish the game off? He can, and it's 2-0. Enriquez again. He's just brilliant, this kid. And he's given us some breathing space in the game now because City felt like, well, it felt like City was slowly creeping back into the game. Coyote's touch is too heavy, and there goes a full-time whistle, guys. It's 2-0. Well-deserved, decent performance. City have definitely improved since the last time we played them, but we still got the 3 points on the board. So this is where we're going to leave the episode, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please smash the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe as well to become a fully fledged member of the Sani Army. I am trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. I know I keep going on about it, but if you are enjoying the content and you're not yet subscribed, please do. I'd be very, very grateful if you did. The channel's Instagram is also in the description below, so be sure to follow that for early updates on upcoming content. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.